And Mr. Aaron Mirza, it is not going to be a cakewalk for the Congress party as well. Because if you look at the numbers in 2017, the Congress party had bagged 38.5% of the vote share by winning 77 seats, while the Aam Aadmi party had won 20 seats. And that was the first time that Aam Aadmi party probably wasn't even that prominent in a state like Punjab. So clearly today, the fiercest contest that the Congress party is witnessing from is the Aam Aadmi party. And of course, then there is also a Dalit factor where the BSP is trying to give some advantage to the Shiromani Akali Dal as well.
To be very honest, I think I'll discount the entire fact that BSP is going to be any sort of a major player who's going to give any advantage to the Shiromani Akali Dal. Because even if you look at it right now, and if you look at the promises that the Shiromani Akali Dal BSP combined have made to the people of Punjab, it is a promise of tokenism. Because they certainly do not believe in empowering the Dalits. They've promised a deputy chief minister's position, and that's the best that they've come up with in their entire manifesto, which shows that it's nothing but an alliance of convenience where they're just trying to, again, use the Dalits as a vote bank, which is not the case when it comes to the Congress. Okay. Now, coming to your primary question, which was about whether this election is going to be a cakewalk, and you use the numbers of 2017 to try and show how that it's going to be challenging. I'd say, why don't we also look at the 2019 Lok Sabha elections and how things stand out, and subsequently the local body elections which happened, where the Congress swept very favorably. So I personally believe, and especially with the united front that the Congress has gone with, and the 13-point promises which have been made, which have been put out today. These promises have been made over the past month and a half, and it's consolidated and it's come out in public in form of a manifesto today. And I think at the end of the day, these elections are about Punjab, the problems of Punjab, Punjabiyat, and the national security as well, which one cannot discount, which was a part of the conversation that was happening before. And if you comprehensively look at all these tangents, there is only one single political party which has not just identified the problem, but has told how they are going to resolve the issues. You do not find any of the manifestos talking about how they are going to solve the problem. They just say, oh, there is this problem, we are going to do this. But how are you going to achieve it? How are you going to attain it? That's the vision which the Congress party only has.
But in this election, the biggest undoing of the Congress party is that it seems that the Congress doesn't want to win elections. Their senior leaders are fighting like anything. You see Navjot Singh Sidhu every day making detrimental statements. Sunil Jakhar is on some other tangent. Manish Tiwari is what he's talking, nobody knows. Charanjit Singh Channi has started for the Congress party, and everybody believes that the Congress party is going to win election. Today, when the campaigning has ended and the polling is going to happen in 48 hours, I'm not very sure that the Congress party is comfortable over there. And if Congress party is not comfortable, it is the senior Congress leader who's to be blamed, including Navjot Singh Sidhu, Sunil Jakhar, Manish Tiwari, and all of them who became so egocentric that they somehow, it seems, they don't want Charanjit Singh Channi as the chief minister. They don't want to win elections.
Okay. Mr. Mirza wants to come in. Mr. Mirza, please come in.
But this is a place where I would outrightly disagree with what Mr. Ashutosh is saying. For the very simple reason, I think it's going a little too far to be insinuating that the entire senior Congress leadership, barring for Mr. Channi, is against Mr. Channi becoming the chief minister. Because if you've looked at how things have panned out in the last week, 10 days, 15 days, you see an absolute united front being projected by the entire Punjab unit of the Congress. That in itself is a reflection of the fact that Congress is well aware that they are together and they are coming to power come
that's the point I think that Ashutosh ji also wanted to make, Mr. Mirza.